Welcome back, every single body, to a video that I've been waiting to post for the past few days since the game's come out. The Modern Warfare 2 1% review of Modern Warfare 2, I guess, of the game. This comes down to 1%, obviously, is going to be a new type of thing. Over the past few years, or actually for a while, since BO4 until Vanguard, I've made it the top 1% in Oceanic region. So I thought maybe, for once I might try and show it off a little bit. And well, I have my own review, so it makes you kind of think that I'm not just some casual gamer. I play the COD to get good at it and hopefully one day make it to CDL. If not that, just play Contenders League, something like that. Just some fun stuff like that. So with coming with a top 1% review to the game, I find the little bits of everything about this game, and I either critique it, where like I think I like that, I like this. Some things that a lot of other casual gamers don't notice when it comes to COD. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much just the description of the top 1% idea that I'm going to be going with. But like yeah, as I said, we're going into the Modern Warfare 2 review. I do want to hear what your guys' reviews are down below. I must hear. This game's very controversial, and I'd just love to hear what everyone thinks. So before we do start off this massive smackdown, if you are waiting to get a full summary of review, this game is. My review honestly is that this game isn't actually any great. This game isn't anything important. It's just another year of Call of Duty. But the problem is this COD we're gonna be with for 2 years. So if otherwise you gotta, it's a marathon. So you've either gotta stay the whole 2 years, or you kind of leave now and just kind of just move on from Call of Duty for the next 2 years. But that's just my little summary. So if you want to stop there and that's what you wanted to hear, uh, I guess we'll get straight into what I think and things that could be better. Maybe we could talk about in the end. But with this review, I'm gonna be completely honest. This game is the second worst COD I've played. To be honest with you, I'm gonna put this down D tier. It's still not as bad as Vanguard, but I wouldn't say like Modern Warfare 2019. I feel like it's better. The last COD or last Modern Warfare was better, and obviously, if you, as I want to give a bit around again, I am a bit of a Black Ops fan. I do prefer Black Ops games. I prefer Treyarch in general. And at this point, I do think Treyarch is the life support for Call of Duty. Um, they've gave Treyarch another year to even make their COD even better. I mean, like they made Cold War fixed Cold War in 6 months, and it was still better than this game that took 3 years to make. Um, which in my opinion isn't actually should be an excuse to why this game shouldn't be as bad as it is. So when we talk about this, we're going to talk about the flow of the game, of course. Like, is it fast paced, is it slow, or is it balanced? This game is the most unco Call of Duty I've ever played in my life. The movement in the game just feels incredibly slow, and yet you die incredibly fast by guns, which means it just makes the game feel so weird. It makes it unco, and I know in the past we've played like Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2, Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 and even Modern Warfare 1 or COD 4, where it was slow movement, but the games just it felt smooth. Alright, you were slow movement, but everything just felt a lot more better. This game just gives you instant vibes of regret when you pay $110 if you got it on PS5 or next gen, or $100 or $100 on PC, something like that. That is Australian price, of course. I don't know how much it is American or European, but like flow is what matters, like because this is the problem we're having with Call of Duty. We've had for the past few years, and we thought by now, or at least I thought by now, you would have everything resolved at this point, but they haven't. So camping has become a massive issue in the Call of Duty community for many years now. I've been complaining about it myself for probably about 5 years. Ever since the jetpacks disappeared, Modern Warfare, not World War II came out. I've complained about camping the most because now that we've had a spike in camping. That's because we just went from fast movement to slow movement. So back on like boots on the ground, camping was like really, really bad. So to see that the way that they feel like I thought they said years ago they were going to try and resolve this camping issue, and Vanguard, it didn't feel like there was as much campers. That's just me. I did complain about camping a lot. It's just like camping wise, there was still a lot of camping in the game. It's just that it wasn't like as bad as we've seen prior to like the latest Call of Duty. It's like Cold War had a lot of camping too. So what I thought is they would resolve this issue, but the problem is they resolved this with slow movement. And not only with slow movement, your movement is so loud, you are a semi-truck flying past someone next to a freaking highway. That's how loud you are next to someone. That's just running. If you're walking, you're a car flying past someone doing 120 on the freeway or on the highway. And then that only leaves crouch walking, and I have encountered so much crouch walking in this game. It's like, what do you do? Because they're listening to your movement, but like you're just sitting here. You want to play fast paced, you want to get kills, but they just want to sit in a corner, sit behind doors, or they want to sit and just crouch walk around the map, which annoys it for the rest of it. Because now this is the problem. We're gonna wait until the next Call of Duty comes out, and I bet you Black Ops, whatever the track brings out, will be fast paced. And once again, we will have to adapt again. We've adapted for the past like 4 Call of Duties, and like the major adaptations too, not just simple like, oh, it's a little bit faster, or like we're gonna find the meta for the weapons. This game is so different to Vanguard, and Vanguard was so different to Cold War, and it becomes an issue. And especially with this game, is they really focused on this movement, I find, for the casual players. If you're a casual player, you might actually enjoy this. My casual player friends actually enjoy this game a lot. They get confused when I say that this game is the second worst COD I've ever played, or I absolutely hate this game. I'm gonna be stuck with this garbage for 2 years. They don't get it because they don't think it's as bad. That's the issue. When you play GB at like game battles and all that, and you play smart and all that, but now that like you're literally, there's no point of a mini map anymore. Like, or no point hiding off. There's like a UAV on you all the time. Like, don't need a red dot on the map to see where you are. They just need to have good headphones, and then they will hear where you are. And it just makes it impossible because you're running while they're not moving, so you can't hear them, but they can hear you. It's just like an ongoing problem. And not only is the flow, that's the flow, but not only is the flow an issue, the maps are. This is the worst COD when maps like. This COD is so bad with maps. It's shocking. There's only one map that I actually enjoy, and it's the one, I think it's in Mexico. The last something. It's the only map I enjoy. The F1 track is just there's too much stuff going on these maps. There's buildings on buildings. You got Tyrak. You don't even know where you're getting shot from half of the time. You're getting shot from someone across the map. And what can you do about that? Especially when right now the meta is marksman rifles. You're getting one tap by a marksman rifle across the map. It is faster than a sniper. You have better movement with a marksman rifle, and yet probably does just as much damage as a sniper rifle. So it's better than a sniper rifle because it's everything that it's good about. When you think of snipers, you think, oh, okay, well, aim down sight. The movement's not as fast and stuff like that. With marksman rifle, everything's good about it. Everyone is maining marksman rifles right now, and it's shocking. You don't see, and if it's not that, it's the bloody M4, and it's not, especially with the way the new gun system works. So I've got like I think 4 maxed out assault rifles. I still don't have attachments that I want. Like I want a reflex sight that was like the one in Vanguard, where like it's a bit small, but the problem is it doesn't tell you how to unlock it. So like I just don't know what to do there, and it's just like they've gone way up, like way and beyond with this gunsmith. It's like you're telling me, dude, the whole gameplay is built for casuals, but then your attachments you can literally do your own attachments, and like decide if you want more idle sway or you want more idle stability or something like anti-idle sway, like stuff like that. And so it's like, what the hell am I playing half the time, man? Like, if you're gonna make it casual, you already have skill-based matchmaking. That's already the biggest problem when it comes to gaming. Like Destiny, the first time skill-based matchmaking was like kind of introduced, I thought, like with games I played, was Destiny. And when Destiny, no one played Crucible, no one played anything when it resolved, like when it came to multiplayer, because you do one good game, and the next second you know, you're versing a CDL player. So it's just like you thought maybe it would have been enough, but like I know Call of Duty is really focusing on the casual gameplay for well just for casual players because I guess they're bringing the money in because everyone like I'm sorry but everyone a lot of the maybe not you guys but a lot of like the casual players seem to bitch about how they play the first like few matches and they just get absolutely sweated on. Problem is, see, I'm young. I'm only 18, so like, I've been playing COD for almost like pretty much half of my life, and I didn't get the luxury either to just have like, oh, you know what? Let's just go matchmaking. So if I have a zero point 0.2 KD, I get put with bots. No, I had to get put with sweaty people too, and that's what improved me. So casual gamers, man, like Call of Duty mustn't isn't like it can be and it can't be for casual and competitive players, man. Competitive players, like we kind of just we play to get better, while casual just play to have fun. You know, it's like imagine like for sport, like just okay, you know what? Everyone's too sweaty in the MLB or everyone's too sweaty in the European football. Let's just put a bunch of 15-year-olds in there just because that just seems fair. You know, it makes it exactly. You don't think it wouldn't doesn't make any sense, does it? So, and it ruins the experience because your gameplay, it's worse, you know, because you put so much constraints in this COD. It's not only is the flow bad, the maps are terrible. I'm putting this as the worst game I've ever seen with maps. Because in the beta we had the museum, the Warzone, I think it was a Warzone museum, and yet it's not even in the game anymore. Like now that I've played these other maps, I would actually rather play the Warzone museum. Like the museum map I didn't like in the beta, but like now that I've played these ones, I don't even care. I'd rather take that than these garbage maps that we're getting or that we're stuck with. You know, and the problem with this game is it's too much like Warzone. So for us 6v6 people, this game is literally it just Warzone. The movements Warzone, the way that the game flows Warzone. Like you go and you can play those other game modes like Invasion and I think there's something else. But the maps are massive and you gotta get the highest score. But like you parachute. It's like I'm playing Warzone, but it's like a 24v24. You know, like it. Call of Duty is focusing on Warzone, which means we get left behind in the 6v6 area. And as much as they don't want to, like they deny that or anything, it is nothing but true. We are left behind now because everyone's like, oh well, Warzone's free. You know, I went to the comments and of the launch of Call of Duty earlier today just to see what people were thinking. And they said nothing but this game is garbage. It's not only too, the game crashes all the time. The game crashes all the time so far, but I'm not putting that as a bad thing because this game is brand new. I mean, come on, like when do you not see a brand new multiplayer game stacked with millions of people playing it at once not crash or anything like that? And PC people can be like, oh, you know, it can't handle the PlayStation or it can't handle the Xbox. But hey, my PC friends have been crashing too. It's just that obviously they were prepared for this. I don't know. It's just something's obviously not wrong, but I can't blame them for the crashing because it's happened before. I think World War Two crashed a lot. I think Cold War crashed a lot too, actually. So there's nothing like really like I can't blame the game for the crashing. That's just obviously something else that needs to get sorted out fast before people start quitting. But yeah, like as I said, I would put this as ranking as like the second worst COD I've played. But I must admit I do like the new camera system. It's easier, but more grindy. So you only have four, technically five, but four camo challenges to get gold, and then gold's the last challenge you need, which is the fifth one. It's easier, but like the gold camo actually looks really neat, like neat in this card. I actually like it. I like it more than like the platinum now, otherwise known as diamond camos. I do like the gold. It's really smooth. Um, but the challenges are easier, but it's more grindy because once you get gold on that gun. And once you get gold on every gun, and then you get all the ARs gold, to unlock platinum for or platinum or for the guns in AO, you have to do 200 kills on each gun again while using the platinum, and then it only goes up. You know, you got this third one, the player, I don't know how to pronounce it right now. I can't remember what it's called, but that's 300 while using it. And then the last one, the Orani or the space one, is 400 kills. And I did the math. It's 51,000 kills you need to get everything, all the camos, and then you get like some reward afterwards, which I thought was pretty neat because like for those people, those camo grinders, they never really had anything. After like Call of Duty's never really provided anything for you guys. But now that I'm actually involved in getting camo grinder, like I might actually get, dark matter. I'm gonna call it dark matter. Dark matter. This card because it's easier, but it's more grinding. But that's what the problem is. I couldn't do the challenges last time because I just didn't have the patience because I just die all the time, and I just like, no, I can't lower my stats just to get camos. But now you kind of just play the game, kind of just play this game, and then you just get the camos pretty much. But yeah, sorry. Um, but coming to, I have heard that a lot of competitive or pro players actually don't like this. I read on an article, I think it was an article, sorry, what do I think it was, that pro players are not enjoying this game, and I could see why. As especially they probably think maybe, hopefully they think the same thing as me with these problems, but it's just this game is really built for the casual player, and it's really built for new players too. Um, but we're stuck with this for 2 years. I hope you learned everything you need. If you do want to know my opinion more when it comes to Call of Duty, you can always comment below. I'm always open to have conversations in the comments. As I said, I especially want to especially want to know what you guys think about this COD because one thing, and I'll do that as the final thing because this video's been going on for a while, is weapons. Weapons are pretty balanced. I mean, everyone keeps using a lot of things. Um, but I mean, there's not like nothing stands out crazy except for marksman rifle snipers. So, but yeah, I mean, that's about it. Uh, that's my Modern Warfare 2 top 1% of Oceanic Modern Warfare 2 review. If you are, I will be smashing out content for Modern Warfare. I've just been grinding it, trying to get ahead of the game. When it comes to stuff, but do expect a lot more content. And if you want to see me live, I am always streaming in Twitch. Not always, but I am starting to get back into streaming on Twitch. I play a lot of Apex, and I play a lot of Call of Duty, of course. So, thank you all for stopping by. I hope you all did enjoy. I hope you all learnt something, and if you decided to pay the ridiculous price for games right now, I hope this helps you decide that. But thank you all for stopping by. I hope to see you in game and out of game. And as I always say, peace out. See you next time.